There's a moment, a cold, quiet moment, where the path ahead disappears and every choice feels like a mistake waiting to happen. Your mind starts whispering things you don't want to hear. Your heart starts running from shadows that don't even exist. And suddenly, the world feels heavier, darker, almost designed to swallow you whole. But listen carefully, because this is where life tests the parts of you no one else sees. The parts forged in pressure. The parts strengthened by silence. The parts the world tried to break, but failed. And right now, in this very moment of confusion, you're closer to clarity than you realize. Because feeling lost isn't a curse. It's a signal, a message that something inside you is waking up, stretching its strength, pushing you toward the person you were always meant to become. Stay with me until the end, and you'll understand why the darkest moments are the ones that rebuild you from the inside out. There's a strange silence that arrives right before life begins to break around you. Not the kind of silence you hear, the kind you feel under your skin. It tightens your chest, slows your thoughts, and turns every small choice into a mountain. You stand in your own home, in your own routine, yet somehow you feel misplaced, like you're living someone else's life on repeat. People ask if you're okay. You say yeah because it's easier than explaining the weight that doesn't have a name. And deep inside, you know this isn't ordinary sadness. It's something darker, something honest. Your soul whispering, if nothing changes, you will. What makes this moment so terrifying isn't the confusion. It's the clarity hiding behind it. Because when the world outside becomes noise, you're forced to confront the one place you've been avoiding for years yourself. Your habits, your fears, the small destructive moments you dismissed as not a big deal. The patterns that pretend to protect you but quietly take pieces of you every day. When you finally acknowledge them, the world tilts. People look different. Choices feel different. Even your own reflection feels unfamiliar. Have you ever had that sudden moment when you realize the person you've been is no longer the person you're allowed to be? But here's the truth no one teaches us. Feeling lost is not drifting. It's a signal, a kind of inner alarm that says, wake up, look closer. Life does something cruel yet necessary. It pulls you into darkness so you're forced to see what you've ignored in the light. And in that uncomfortable space, you start asking real questions. Why do I feel this way? What am I running from? What have I been refusing to admit? These questions aren't meant to break you. They're meant to strip you clean so you can finally rebuild what was never strong enough. This moment of being lost is where your strength begins. Not by fighting the feeling, but by staying with it long enough to understand what it's trying to show you. Maybe it's telling you that you're surrounded by the wrong people. Maybe your routines are suffocating you. Maybe the life you built was built for someone you no longer are. The mind resists change, even when the soul begs for it. But here you are, standing in the one moment every strong person remembers. The moment where comfort ends, and growth demands a price. And before we move forward, let me leave you with something to sit with. Something not everyone will be brave enough to face. What if feeling lost isn't the problem, but the invitation you've been avoiding? Hold that thought, because in the next chapter, you're going to see why the darkest parts of you aren't your enemy, but the guide you should have been listening to all along. A quiet part of you already wants to know where this leads. Follow it. There's a part of you that you rarely speak about, the place where your fears live, untouched, gathering dust. We pretend these corners don't exist because facing them means admitting the truth. We've been negotiating with our own weaknesses for far too long. You know the feeling, that quiet hesitation before you make a choice, that whisper saying, "Don't try, it won't work." Most people silence that whisper with distractions, noise, screens, anything that keeps them from hearing their own mind. But the silence always comes back, and when it does, it exposes every lie we told ourselves just to sleep at night. This is why feeling lost hits so hard, because it drags those hidden fears into the open. The fear of not being enough, the fear of failing publicly, the fear that you've wasted too much time. These aren't random emotions, they're signals, markers of the places you've been unwilling to grow. Stoic thinkers like Seneca warned us. The man who has anticipated the coming of troubles fears them less. In other words, the danger isn't the fear itself, it's pretending it's not there. The moment you acknowledge the monsters in the dark, they shrink. The moment you avoid them, they grow sharp teeth. And here's the twist most people never realize. Your darkness is not trying to break you, it's trying to wake you. Every fear you've buried has been shaping your decisions without your permission. Every hesitation has been rewriting your future. Every old wound you refuse to look at silently picks the direction you walk. The Stoics believed that confronting these inner shadows is the beginning of freedom. Not running, not hiding, confronting. Because once you know what controls you, you can choose differently. And that choice is where transformation begins. Before you move on, ask yourself something most people are too afraid to whisper. What part of you has been quietly steering your entire life without your awareness? Hold that question, because in the next chapter you'll learn why the very fears that paralyze you may be the same ones capable of rebuilding you stronger than ever. And something tells me, you're not ready to stop here. There's a strange thing that happens when you stop running from yourself. The fear doesn't vanish, but it changes shape. It becomes clearer, more defined, almost like a doorway rather than a wall. And when you stand in front of that doorway long enough, something inside you finally admits the truth. You've survived every single thing you once thought would destroy you. Every heartbreak, every failure, every moment life tried to suffocate you. You're still here, breathing, standing, stronger than you give yourself credit for. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." And maybe for the first time, you're beginning to understand what that actually means. Most people believe strength comes from success. But real strength, Stoic strength, comes from the moments you swore you couldn't continue, and yet you did. The moments you felt small, confused, and painfully human, but refused to collapse. Think about it. Every version of you that you've outgrown had to be confronted. And if you look closely, you'll see a pattern. Each time life pulled the ground from beneath you, you emerged with a new kind of resilience. Not loud, not glamorous, quiet resilience. The kind that sits in your bones, waits for the storm, and whispers, "We've been through worse." This is why chaos is not your enemy. Chaos is the sculptor. It breaks the pieces that don't belong to you anymore. It removes the parts you've outgrown but cling to out of fear. And in the middle of that emotional storm, something remarkable happens. You begin to realize how much control you actually have over the meaning you give to your pain. Epictetus taught that it's not the events themselves, but our interpretation of them that shapes our lives. Imagine what changes the moment you decide to interpret your chaos as preparation rather than punishment. What suddenly becomes possible? And before we move forward, sit with this one quiet question. If every hardship you've survived was shaping you for something bigger, what exactly is life preparing you for now? Hold that thought, because the next chapter will reveal the answer you've been avoiding and craving. And once you hear it, you won't forget it. There's a moment, usually quiet, usually unexpected, where the chaos inside you reaches its peak. And then something shifts. Not dramatically, not loudly, more like a deep exhale from the soul. The kind you don't realize you needed until it leaves your body. This is the moment you stop begging life to get easier and start demanding more from yourself instead. It's subtle, almost invisible to others, but to you, it feels like the first crack of light through a long-shut door. The Stoics wrote about this turning point often. They called it the return to oneself, the exact instant when a person stops being dragged by their emotions and starts steering them. And here's the strange part. It doesn't happen after everything gets fixed. It happens in the middle of the mess. Right when you feel like you're breaking, you start noticing the truth you've ignored for too long. You're not as powerless as your mind made you believe. Your emotions might scream. Your fears might shake. Your doubts might circle like wolves. But deep under all of that, there's a steadiness, a quiet intelligence, a part of you that observes the storm without collapsing into it. This is the part Marcus Aurelius referred to when he said, "The mind adapts and converts to its own purposes the obstacle to our acting." The moment you realize this, everything begins to rearrange. Because once you recognize that you can turn obstacles into fuel, the world stops feeling like an enemy. Suddenly, every challenge becomes a signal. Every setback becomes a lesson. Every fear becomes a map pointing toward a version of you that is stronger, sharper, and more aligned than the one standing here now. And here's the twist. Most people never reach this turning point because they run from the storm too early. But you've stayed. You've watched. You've felt. And now you're on the edge of something most people never experience. The transformation that only happens when you walk through your pain with your eyes open. Before you continue, ask yourself this. If your obstacles are shaping your strength, then what part of you is being rebuilt right now, quietly, silently, while you weren't paying attention? Keep that question close, because the next chapter will show you exactly how this new strength starts to change everything. And once it does, there's no going back. There comes a moment when you finally understand why life pulled you through the darkness. Not because you deserved the pain, and not because you were meant to suffer, but because the version of you that walked into that darkness wasn't strong enough to carry the life you were meant to build. And now, after everything, you're different. You think differently. You feel differently. You respond differently. You're no longer controlled by every emotion that passes through you. You're no longer fragile when life shifts. There's a weight to you now, a groundedness, a kind of unshakable presence you didn't have before. And it didn't come from books or luck. It came from surviving yourself. What's strange is that you don't even notice the transformation at first. It sneaks up on you in small moments. When you stay calm in situations that used to break you. When someone disrespects you, and instead of reacting, you simply detach. When you feel fear rising, but this time you move anyway. That's the Stoic shift, the moment the mind stops being a battlefield and becomes a weapon. A silent, disciplined weapon. Seneca once said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor strengthens the body." You're living proof of that now. You've earned this new strength, this new clarity, this new identity forged not from comfort, but from confrontation. And here's the truth you finally see. You were never lost. You were transitioning, shedding old beliefs, outgrowing old fears, becoming the version of yourself that life has been waiting for. This isn't the end of your journey. It's the beginning of the life you were meant to live. A life where your mind is steady, where your emotions serve you, where your strength is quiet but undeniable, where the world can shake but you don't. If you're ready for the next step in your transformation, watch the next video and subscribe now so you never miss what's coming next.